You get no splash today, Kyle.
I get no splash today. Well, good morning, everyone, and good morning, Jade. How are you on this wonderful morning?
I am good. I'm good. I'm ready for a big day.
Big day. So you're presenting today. So
I am.
even though it's Saturday, you're actually on the go for the day. Are you presenting live? I didn't ask you that. Are you presenting
Yeah.
live? Or are you presenting virtually?
Yeah. I'm virtually, unfortunately, live stream virtually. I am not sure. I believe there's a couple hundred people. So,
Yeah.
weaponize the workforce of the tradies around Australia.
Sounds like fun. It's quite a different experience presenting virtually to everyone, virtually live, as opposed to actually standing in the room. And I don't know if it's more daunting to stand in the room of 200 people or stand in front of the camera of 200 people.
I find, well, you know what I'm like. I love to feedback and bounce off people. So I find it really awkward if I'm left on the stage by myself in terms of when I'm on an actual phase, I can pick people out, and I can talk to them, I can get feedback, I can ask them questions, and I can see everybody. But if I'm just a talking head on the screen and there's like, on the Zoom screen, you can see something like 40 or 50 heads just staring at you, but you can't hear them because there's no sound on. So if you say a joke, you kind of have to wait and see if you get a head laugh, or you don't really know if you you don't get any feedback. It makes it a little.
You need to have the fake applause come out to go with it.
Yeah, well, I've got Mitch is going to host me, and so usually him and I will bounce off each other. Nice. And I can get him involved in the process. And because I've done so much work helping build their team, I can use their example. So I feel less daunted than some of the others. I'm speaking to Silicon Valley, to startup software funders in a couple of weeks, and I'm a bit daunted by that because I don't know if sometimes when I talk to the Americans, they don't always get my humor. They don't always get my humor, and the presenters often just hand you over, like they do an introduction and then they want to learn the stuff too because they haven't been part of it.
Yep.
And it's like,
Exciting day. So yesterday we spoke about the importance of sleep and how important it is to high performance. And you did say that last night wasn't a great night's sleep. And sometimes that happens though. Like sometimes things come up and, we either have visitors or we've got stuff on and it does unsettle the routine for the night. And that's why the important thing is as a habit is that it actually works, regularly so that you can survive through those nights where you screw it up, so to speak.
Well, where it worked for me is I still had so I said the other day that El Marie gave me that binaural beats app. So I've sort of got into I've got myself into the routine. I've got my brain into the routine that when I put on the deep sleep binaural beat with the rain and the storm, that drops me into a zone. And we were listening to the binaural beats all night last night. So I had one for nighttime reading while we were all reading. So we're all reading. So I had that. I had my scent. So there was a few of the things that were like my memory triggers and my new mattress. So I slept soundly when I did get to sleep.
and it's just super important about if 6 nights out of 7 you've had a great night's sleep, then that one that doesn't work won't totally throw you off the rails and ruin the whole day because you can actually survive it. And that's the importance of the habits thing that we've sort of been talking about, building new habits and all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought today that we spoke about sleep and how important that is, and we didn't go too deep into the regenerative effects of sleep as well. But I thought today maybe we should talk about a daily mindfulness practice and why that's equally as important.
100%, especially like all the stuff that I'm learning with Stephen Kotler and about like the art of impossible, stepping up into real peak performance. Mindfulness is one of the huge contributors. Now, if you think mindfulness and even meditation, the reason for it is it can help produce an altered state of consciousness. So his book, Stealing Fire, went into a lot around altered states of consciousness and how when we can reach those certain things that are similar to like some of the psychedelic treatments and things that you can do, plant medicine, but what you can actually do just naturally through meditation and mindfulness to unlock the neural pathways between your brain is ridiculous. And I reckon if more people were actually told about the science part of it, and less of the woo-woo, like, do you know what I mean? Because a lot of the time the people
sitting on the beach singing "Om" to the stars.
Often the people who are mindful or they're mindfulness coaches, they're a little on the fringe. But
so I know. Sorry, I was just going to say before we delve a bit too deep into that bit, I was going to say I know for me a few years ago, the concept of mindfulness and the concept of meditation was really, really hard. And the idea of sitting still and being still and all of that stuff was actually really, really hard. And I think what was the pivotal moment was being told, or I don't know if I was being told, but the concept came as active meditation. And so for me, what I found as I was sort of building that practice was the first thing that was my meditation was actually surfing and not surfing, but being in the ocean. So, and being connected to the energy of the ocean, the power of the ocean. So what I mean by that is being in the ocean, feeling the ocean, and just going with the flow, letting the waves just move with me, not fighting it, and really just connecting to the ocean. And what I sort of wanted to get to with that was, it might seem like a really far stretch to go to a sitting on the beach with your legs crossed, oming at the stars. But for a mindfulness practice, what you're trying to do is connect to the moment, like connect to right now. And so it's not about an empty mind. It's not about completely clearing and disconnecting from the world and all of that sort of stuff. It's actually quite the opposite. It's more about connecting to what is here right now.
Yeah. And I just don't think that that's explained. So many people still think that you've got to sit on your mat and be still and not move. And like there is obviously that style, but just like anything, there's different genres, different styles of things. But the real key to this is being able to recognize thoughts and not get too attached to them. And so it's not about clearing your mind altogether. It's just about being able to recognize it and go, actually that one doesn't serve me right now. I'm not going to go deep. I'm just going to let it go past. But it's getting into that, like you said, that present moment. And one of the key meditations that Stephen talks about as well is like a walking meditation. Yeah. So that's again that active, and that's our friend Andrew. Like every single day, he walks from Bondi to Coogee along the coastal walk, and that's his walking meditation. And I must say, I remember living with Andrew in Clovelly, and I was going through a really stressful time, and he's like, just go and do a walking meditation. I'm like, how do you do a walking meditation? I'll crash into shit. I'm like, what are you talking about? And once the intent was set, the amount of clarity that actually came out of it, because he's like, go and meditate on it. I'm like, I can't sit still, dude. What are you talking about? And he's like, no, go do a walking meditation. He's like, just as you're going along, just notice all, like he said, we'll go around to Clovelly. Just notice all the rocks. Just hold the thing that you're trying to solve in your mind and just notice all the rocks. Yep. I'm like, okay, weirdo, let's do it. Sure.
Speaking of people being on the fringe.
Yeah, speaking of fringe dwellers, Mr. Boyle. Yeah, but I actually remember it being one of the most profound experiences for me, because I was like, oh, I've got the solution. Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, amazing.
And it's really amazing how once you find that it makes such a difference, and so quickly makes a difference.
But it was also quite euphoric for me, because this is where the altered state comes in. once all of that sort of, I can still feel it. It's weird. Having like a flashback. I just remember walking along, and it was like I didn't know. I know I wasn't on drugs before anyone says anything. It was like I lost the spatial awareness of where my human boundaries were and my connection to everything. And it was kind of like I kind of like was melted. I'm gonna sound like I'm on drugs, but this is the point of altered states, mindfulness and meditation. I was connected to what I was going through, and like it was seamless, and therefore I felt safe and like joy because I was connected. And then I was able to, it was almost like, like cogs just all of a sudden clicked into spot and everything went chunk. Okay.
Into flow.
Into complete flow. Actually, that's exactly what flow is.
That's exactly what flow
is. Exactly what flow is. Time and space dissipate. The boundaries of where you start and stop and connected us to everything is where it begins. And then everything comes together and your brain goes into hyperdrive, and then you achieve the impossible. There we go.
There we go.
Summarized. But like that's what they say, like just those daily mindfulness practices of it takes some of the pieces of the brain offline, like by dropping into your body, like what we do with the box breathing. That's a mindfulness practice because we're focusing on what the breath feels like. We're focusing on where we swell in our body and what the chair feels like, and we're taking some of is it the limbic brain? Oh shit. I will know this after I've completed my training. I've only just done the orientation. I'm getting there. I think it's the limbic brain comes offline and therefore allows those different pathways, and it shuts down the chatter and the ego and some of the unserving things that you don't need right now, so that the brain can go into processing in a better manner.
And so I did the underwater breathing course. Now that's not the right description, with Nan Baldwin, and these practices come into that sort of things as well. So one of the things is being held down by a wave, like being smashed down, and that's the course was all about being able to be less stressed in the surf when you are under pressure and being smacked by big waves or whatever. And so the one thing that really worked for me, and I use it all the time now, and this is how simple mindfulness can be. What he said was, when you're under the water now, in the course, what that meant was he was standing on you.
Nam standing on you.
Yes. So what he's done is he's put you into a little ball, he's spun you around in circles, and now he's standing on you while you're on the bottom of the pool, and all you want to do is get up. Mm-hmm. And so one of the things that he said to do was just feel the ridges on your finger, of your fingerprint. Just while you're under the water, while you're getting thrown around, just put your thumb to your finger and just feel the ridges. And that's as simple as it needs to be.
I'm going to suck. I've got office girl hands.
and so what that does is it takes you out of your mind, and your mind going, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. And what it does is it takes you outside of your body, and the further outside your body you can get, the better you can be. So if you could pass your hand through the water and feel the water, that's even better again. But just feel the ridges. And this is how simple the mindfulness thing can be, is spend 30 seconds just feeling the ridges on your finger. Nothing else, just feel that. Everything else just dissipates. That's bringing you connected into the moment now, because that's a physical thing outside your mind, outside your body. And underwater, okay, has it been 10 seconds? Has it been 30 seconds? Like, how long have I actually been here now while I'm doing that? And the mind immediately takes off. He takes his foot off you, you drift to the surface, and you're as calm as anything.
Wow. Okay. I know I've said this a million times, how much I need to do this course, but I'm literally, can you help me? We're going to look it up today. Because NAM is about, I don't know. Yeah.
You can throw a rock at him.
So yeah, because I think probably part of me, because of my asthma, I freak out, but Wim's proven to me that I can hold my breath for at least, like, I think the one I remember is like 2 minutes 24 or something. Like I felt comfortable holding, and that was just me doing it. When the first session I did with Wim, he just got everyone to do it just for 2 minutes, and then I was just like, when at the beginning I'm like, this guy's fucking dreaming. I am never gonna be able to do this, and I'm super. So one of the girls actually videoed me doing it, and I was like, because I was just like, this is not going to happen, not happen.
And when you're doing it, there's no panic. The calm is there.
It felt amazing.
It's super amazing. So, like what I wanted to get out of today, and what I wanted to share with everyone today, is that if you have a spiritual practice or a meditation practice that really sets you in your zone, and that's you're really, really onto that, then amazing. If you're hearing all this stuff going, oh my fucking God.
These guys on this morning.
It can be as simple as going for a walk that just allows you to just walk, just feel the footsteps on the ground. Or, as I said, for me, it was in the ocean and letting the ocean move me. So not fighting it, just being at one with the ocean and being connected to the ocean. Or it might be as simple as, like I said with Nam's thing, just feel the ridges on your fingers.
Yeah.
Just spend 30 seconds doing that.
Just feel the raindrops on the shower.
Yeah. And it's just what you're trying to do with all of those practices is take your thoughts outside of your mind just to an external source of some sort, a physical external source, and just sit there for, if you did that for 30 seconds every day, you'd be surprised at how much it calms your mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. Super simple one today, everybody.
Super easy one. It's a beautiful Saturday. I'm hiding in the shadows because, of course, again, it's much better to see the sunrise than me. There's only a tiny little bit of surf out there today. It's going to be a longboard kind of a day, but I'm sure I'll get out there and have a surf.
I was like, I haven't even looked out because it was dark before. Doesn't look like there's a great deal of Deba. And Greenmount looks like a lake. So it's a great day to take the kids to the beach.
Take the kids out for a surf. Yeah.
I think there's a little Phoenixy wave over there. Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
Have an awesome day, everyone.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you back here 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. No, 6 o'clock.
6. Did you say 9 o'clock tomorrow morning?
I said 9 o'clock.
You do not get a sleep in tomorrow, mister.
No, we don't.
Bye, everyone. Okay, guys. See you 6 a.m. New South Wales time tomorrow.